Kevin Hunter is on a mission to humiliate ex Wendy Williams and has spilled recordings of Wendy being shamed and utilizing drugs. Obviously, the man couldn't find any proof that would permit him to recuperate his kid's support. So he again depended on grimy stunts. Hey everybody and welcome to News Pattern. I monitor the most ridiculous happenings in the big time and continuously present to you the most blazing updates. Well, Kevin Hunter recently demonstrated that his thinking procedure with his ex Wendy Williams doesn't have anything to do with his ex and Wendy Williams, doesn't have anything to do with honor. And regard rumors from far and wide suggest that Kevin implied that he had a fascinating recording of Wendy that could dishonor her, yet was he only undermining her for cash? Or did he truly need to squander his life? More, watch this video with me so you miss no subtleties. For what reason does it seem like Kevin Hunter believes should effectively hurt Wendy so severely that in the wake of learning he's probably not going to win another body of evidence against his ex, he creates something superfluous? He goes off the deep end and uncovers he has tapes of Wendy consuming medications and takes steps to spill them to the police, despite the fact that it seemed to be one more endeavor to demolish her standing and potentially coercion her into giving him cash. It's no enormous mystery that Wendy has a ton of persistent vices in her past. Like, come on, even Wendy herself has over and over conceded that her life is brimming with addictions. This has been a genuine issue for her for quite a long time. Thinking back on her past, she's shocked the number of individuals that have some familiarity with it and haven't halted her in his meeting. She said, "I was a useful addict. I work from 3 to 7 p.m., escape work and party, until 7 a.m., then rest until I go on the radio and begin again." Everybody around me knew it. However, nobody at any point let me know. I'm amazed nobody has the boldness. She had been fighting chronic drug use for a really long time, and I should say effectively, until this miserable backslide in 2019, which she chose to separate from Kevin Hunter. The detachment was more difficult than it would have been could envision it. Wendy had an intense few years with her habit, until she at last pursued the courageous choice to register herself with recovery in 2022. Well, we can tell from the photographs and recordings of her from this period that she was struggling with numerous superstars, referencing to show that business is no stroll near the ocean. It's an excess of work and stress. We as a whole expertise contributed he's been since she's been on day-to-day TV for a long time. Yet you know who I think contributed a ton to his dependence issues? To her own significant other. Kevin Hunter is currently taking steps to release a portion of his recordings to the public. Well, Kevin has never been an ideal counterpart for Wendy. Nearly since their marriage, he betrays Wendy, lays down with server Sharon Hudson, and even has the nerve to save his courtesan for quite a long time. This is when Wendy engages the general population on TV. This man cherishes his cash and even spends it on his dearest Serena. Evidently, Wendy knew from the start what her significant other was doing. When the previous television star focused on what she said, she had some awareness of her from the start on. Just Kaggle. I realize Kevin is a sequential liar. With the assistance of an investigator for hire, Wendy had the option to study Kevin's lavishness and the way in which he purchased his escort sports vehicles, jewel rings, and houses a couple of miles from where he and Wendy resided. Glad that she continued to pay that examiner, since he found more proof Kevin lost all disgrace and honor. And the couple split came after Kevin and Sharina had a child, which was a lot for Wendy to deal with. For her narrative, she enthusiastically made sense of why this was the straw that broke the camel's back. She said, "You would rather not have two families and pull off your grimy little canine." And the Wendy made a good attempt to profess to be extreme. Kevin selling out broke her, and surprisingly prompted a backslide of her old sickness. So she backslid into chronic drug use. So this man made this wreck himself, exacerbated it for his better half, and presently he's attempting to utilize it against her. Fans were shocked by Kevin's ridiculous way of behaving. Hello everybody, regard Wendy quit badgering her. with your messages certain individuals. Say a man is such a knave that he went to one more lady to exploit him. And hold Wendy alone. Another thing, women, don't allow these men to control you. Appreciate that the affection for cash is the base of all underhanded that is in support of the present video. See you sometime later.